Yo, what's up guys, this is Astranox and I'm back with another Epic 7 video. I want to show you this team in Wyvern Hunt stage 9 with Falconer Kluri. So 2 damage dealers, Taranor Guard, good old Taranor Guard, and Sez. Get some leftover gear on Sez. He doesn't have any speed increase really. It's all attack, crit damage, and effectiveness, because I don't have my best gear on him. Because the only place I use Sez is pretty much in the Wyverns. So Falconer Kluri with Aureus, everyone has 10% increased defense. Aureus plus 15, that's the artifact. So 15% of the damage everyone takes, beside Kluri, of course, gets redirected into Kluri. So this ups the survival of the group, and Kluri can do defense down with her third skill. She can remove buffs. Wyvern doesn't have buffs. And she can provoke, but Wyvern's immune to provoke. Bosses are immune to provoke. But it's all good. She provides some healing for the group. She increases, because my Falconer Kluri, she's fully enhanced. Her skill tree is plus 30, everything's enhanced. The rune grinding was brutal as free to play. That was a solid, I'd say, probably 2,500 energy worth of rune farming. So yeah, brutal, but it was an investment, and it was worth doing, because Kluri can be used pretty much everywhere in the game. Yeah, so it was definitely worth it. Now the Wyvern has 2 debuffs, so he will only attack once. That's why I like Sez. Sez has a 100% chance to land the unhealable debuff unless it gets resisted. Taranor Guard has 75% chance to land the defense down, but there is Falconer Kluri that can help him if he doesn't land it, if he gets resisted. Kluri's defense down lasts 2 turns, so that's perfect. Works out real good. Sez is slow, but I mean, he deals quite a bit of damage with Eliha's knife. He penetrates a bit of the Wyvern's defense, so that's good. Ooh, that dual attack. It doesn't matter, the Wyvern's about to do his shield, his barrier. Clears all the debuffs and clears all the buffs on my team. There's some good burst potential. Like Taranor Guard can just go crazy with the dual attacks. If I can get my hand on some Unity pieces, Unity set, like I would go triple Unity on Taranor Guard. That would be like crazy. Tier 5 weapon. Yeah, that's what you like to see. It's percentage everywhere, well, besides speed, but it's good when you don't have flat health or defense. That's a good start. Alright, so battle results. Sez did some damage. Sez did some damage. He's got no speed. He's just pure attack. I'll show you the gear after. I'll run it another time. So yeah, attack, crit damage for Sez, effectiveness as well. He's got like 3 pieces that are plus 12. The jewelry, ring, necklace, and the boots. Yeah, like I said, he's got subpar items. Actually, the chest piece is plus 12 as well. That's the chest piece from Devourer Rahakan and the raid normal, and yeah, it actually rolled pretty good. Like crit damage, health, and defense. Good substats. No speed, but it's all good. So yeah, when you run Wyverns, you definitely want 2 debuffs, a minimum of 2 debuffs with a high chance to land or 100% chance to land. Well, you can't say like 100% chance because it has to go through the resistance check. So yeah. But Falconer Kluri, her 3rd skill doesn't have to go through the elemental resistance check. Like if she's fighting against fire, like it's not an attack that deals damage, so from what I understand, she only has to go through the effect resistance check. Like she doesn't have to deal with the fact that fire is countering her element, so like she's getting like a, let's say, a 50% effect resistance penalty. I believe that if I just counter this Wyvern, like he has 70% effect resistance, if I go in there with 70% efficiency, if I go in there and counter that, I can just land it every time. So yeah, 70% effectiveness should work, because her 3rd skill does not deal damage, so it doesn't have to go through that elemental disadvantage crap. It's brutal in this game. She's got like 40% effectiveness, so that's what happens. It's not quite there yet. I'd like her to have 100% eventually. Something like a ring with effectiveness would be quite nice on her. 2 runs like this? Come on, like just before dying. If Sez had some skill ups, or his gear was plus 15, that's the missing key here. Alright, so I'll show you the gear. Here's the breakdown. MVP Falconer Kluri. Look at that, like that healing. Like Diane barrier is too good, especially if you're fighting against enemies that deal damage against the whole group. You can't compete against the barrier. Barrier is just amazing. But still, I mean, a decent amount of healing because damage is redirected into her, so she heals herself more than however much she heals like the rest of the group. I'll show you. So yeah, a bit of damage. Damage of Sez and Taranor Guard is pretty much the same. It depends on how many dual attacks Taranor Guard gets, but yeah. So she's feeding some good looking, what is that, some steak? Alright. Sort that by CP. Okay, Silks. Sez. Skill ups first. Barrier. Gotta go all in on that barrier. It's too good. It's too good. Okay. So yeah, like I said, yeah, effectiveness quite good. The attack is like, yeah, it's good. But you look at SP like +7, that's terrible. But good HP increase up his survival in case he gets dual fire breath on him. So here is the gear. Just pause if I go too quick. It's like that. Chest piece is plus 12. That's pretty good. That necklace is bad. It's bad, but I mean that's what I had. Like if I could just use a hit necklace tier 6 white, be better than that. Get way more crit chance, and the substats are not gonna be hard to beat. That's for sure. Survival here. I mean crit set needed a second piece, and that one was worth upgrading, so I just went with it. These boots, I was surprised. Like I had those just laying there. Got speed on them and rolled quite well for T4. Needed some attack on my boots instead of speed. So yeah, and this thing. TG Taranor Guard. Don't need speed on Taranor Guard. Just want him to hit hard with the dual attacks, and yeah, get some effectiveness to land the defense down. 100 when you counter like ice counters fire, you get an extra crit boost, which seems to be like 20% ish, 20%. So he's got 100% and he's got 100%. So yeah, and life steal, good for sustain. And Kluri, like I said, just pause if I go too quick. Speed set and hit set. Like you need that thing. That, I mean, you don't need it, but it's so good. If you have it, you've got to use it. It's so good. It really helps the group as a whole. All right, so yeah, speed hit, speed health, speed defense, all viable. I like to have her on speed. I want her to cycle through her turns. I want her to have her third skill available as fast as possible, especially since I got no skill up, and she's speed tuned for PvP, so she goes before my damage dealers, and it works out well. It works out well. So yeah, that's it for the group. I mean, there's multiple team setups you can be running. Just make sure you can reliably drop 2 debuffs on the Wyvern to make your life easier, or just tank double attacks all day. It's up to you, but you just gotta make sure that you can actually break through that barrier, or you're in for a bad time. He's gonna deal a lot of damage if you don't manage to break the barrier. If you're, let's say, unlucky, he's gonna deal a good amount of damage, but Kluri can help you survive it, and yeah, there's always a possibility to come back from that attack. I did in the past, and it shouldn't be an issue if you have got something similar to my group. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm Astranox. Like, comment, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out for now.